Hello, Wisdom Investors. Welcome to my channel, Wisdom Invest, where I help you to make the investment decisions completely on your own. So, today we are going to take up a learning topic for this weekend, which everybody is talking about, and that is Bitcoin. Well, the hype of Bitcoin is so high that people are talking it at morning, evening, weekend. It's a coffee table topic nowadays. However, now, if you, a lot of people who are there who have not yet invested in Bitcoin. I am here not to encourage you or discourage you to invest in Bitcoin, but I will try to explain you that what has happened in Bitcoin, how has the Bitcoin performed, and what could be the outlook, with which outlook you should look at Bitcoin and in terms of any future investment. So, just a small introduction on Bitcoins. Well, Bitcoin has a value because it is able to be exchanged and be used as a fiat currency. So that is the real reason that bitcoins are getting traded, because these bitcoins are mined, and at the same time you have it maintains a high exchange rate, primarily because it is in demand by the investors interested in the possibility of returns. So at the end of it, it is like a fiat currency which is not having the bars of a country or a bank, etc. Now, it can function as a store of value and a unit of exchange because there are limited number of bitcoins. It's around 21,000 of bitcoins which are there, and they follow these characteristics of scarcity, divisibility, acceptability, portability, and durability and uniformity, which are still getting handled. So now let us understand that how the bitcoins were trading and what really happened here through a technical chart. Basically, this technical chart will help you to understand the bit of history and the performance of Bitcoin. And finally, you will be able to judge by yourself that what you want to do. Should you invest as of now? Should you not invest? Now, in this chart, when you see this chart, as I said, Bitcoins have no intrinsic value, so we cannot really make a fundamental analysis on it. However, we have to understand that what has been the demand and what has been the supply. If you see the demand and supply, you can check through the volumes. You see in this zone there is a lot of volume which was induced at this at in 2021. Then the second time this volume was induced, it was not as high as here. However, still it was a long time there was a influx of this currency. Influx, that means that there was a big demand and supply which went into this cryptocurrency. The BTC, it came down around 16,000 and from the high of 70,000. So a lot of people who had invested at somewhere at this position were in a very bad shape, and when this BTC came down here at 16,000, it's probably a little bit a similar situation, however not completely. Now, as you see, I've always explained there is a cup formation, which is like a bullish pattern. Eventually, there is a very high chance that the cryptocurrency can go as high as the dip which has been here. That is the 76% of rise from this point as well. So cryptocurrency basically can even go higher than 100,000, but it will not be that easy. That's also the thing which you have to consider. You see, there were a lot of people who had invested in cryptocurrency at this point when this BTC was falling. They considered this as an accumulation zone and were expecting that the Bitcoin will rise from here and probably will create kind of a small circle, so a small pattern, and the BTC will go up. However, that did not happen. Then there was a shutdown over here, and Bitcoin came down at this place. Again, there was a lot of speculation at this moment as well, that once again this specific zone, let me make a smaller zone, this zone might give a breakdown. But that did not happen. A lot of investors, they invested here. I would not always call them investors. Some of them are traders as well. However, then what you see is that even by showing bearish chart patterns over here in this region, once again Bitcoin rose to its high in six, and now it is 63,000. By the time I have been recording the video, it's almost high by 200 points. So now what can happen? Let's understand what's happening here. You see, there are once again big volumes that are getting traded here. However, if you see the candlestick which is getting formed here, both have got an equal size of the body, which basically means that the bulls are also active and the uh, the bulls are also active and the bears are as well active. Now it's a tug of war, and who will win is the question. Now, what can happen eventually is that probably there is still a chance that Bitcoin will rise higher up to 70 or something, but somewhere in the middle there might be a position that it might even go down. Bitcoin might go down just like this. There might be another cup which will form because a lot of people will try to book their profit, because not everybody has the same level of patience, and they would try to book their profits at this point, and once again the Bitcoin will go down. The first resistance, it might be at 51, it might be at 51,000. The second resistance, if you see, it might be somewhere at 33,000, and even there might be a small short-term resistance over here. So it will not be very easy for Bitcoin to come at the previous level of 16,000 or 14,000. However, it might be risky to invest here because Bitcoin might have a drop down, at least of about 20%. This is my point of view. You don't have to think exactly like me. This is my perspective based on the technical charts. And as I said, from here as well, there is a very strong chance that the Bitcoin might rise around 70%, and that is all you need to keep in view once if you are starting to invest. It's very important to protect your capital. It's also very important to understand that you invest at the right time and at the right place, because only if you are going to invest, you are going to have profits. So with this, I finish my video. I would like to have your comments and your likes, and I would like that if you can share my video to your friends and they can get some inspiration from it, and better understanding. It will be the best thing that I can have today. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks once again, and a good weekend to you. Bye bye.